So what do you think?
You know, I like this blend between, there's an aggressive front. You look at the point on there, the way it's sucking all that air in. You know, it's a very, very prominent nose. You can't mistake it. But there's also there's a bit of delicacy. You see the V in the bonnet? Doesn't that remind you of the Enzo?
Yeah, that gives you the whole Enzo look. I actually agree with you, because if you look at it, I like the whole lines, I like the shape.
Yeah.
I just don't like the canopy. It's just a bit...
You think the canopy could be a little bit
lower?
contrived?
I think if it was just a little lower, maybe the windshield is a little bit too big. Maybe a smaller windshield would have made it more with more today's date. They've kind of kept that big windshield thing. I mean, I am a big lover of Enzos, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm an Enzo freak, but this is one of those things that might grow up on me as at times goes.
I mean, my initial impression is that, you know, I look at a car and I either think I want to drive it or I'm sort of indifferent. If I get a chance one day, that's cool. But this one, I'm actually drawn to. And I always find Ferraris are a bit of a mixed bag for me. There are some I absolutely passionately fall for, and others think, yeah, that's okay.
See, I love the 458.
Yeah.
When I saw the 458, I was like, now Ferrari is making a statement.
Yeah, it's done a good job.
So with this, I thought they were going to make him in a larger statement.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it's got the reminiscence of that 458 type of lights.
Yeah, you can see that.
Which I like, but I was expecting a next step, a next level up. I don't know. I mean, it's just my opinion.
There are bits of...
If you look at along the sides of it,
yeah,
it's just, it flows,
yeah,
and it gets into the back, and it's just a little 430-ish, a little bit.
Oh, that is. It's got a big wide bum too.
Yeah.
You can see the, you know, the wheels of tires are just pushing out those arches.
Whilst the
using every
Enzo was more sweeping back, nice spoiler in the back. I just love that.
Yeah, totally. I can see that.
They kept the whole
Again, you've got the quality of the casting. That looks rather good, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's an Enzo thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's very, very much
Enzo
an Enzo thing.
Yeah.
Massive great brakes. I mean, there's no doubt the thing's going to stop. Again, they've thought about detail, you know, in terms of the quality, what's going to stop all the rubbish coming up. That's obviously the seal for weather.
This is a prototype, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I guess it'll be finished. But I love the carbon trim.
Yeah,
getting them with times.
Prototypes are normally a little bit ropey, but I mean, looking at this, you know, generally I think the interior quality is pretty good. What does that remind you of? What does that front and that tub remind you of? Because it's screaming out to me MP4.
It looks like an MP4.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I got, although this actually looks a bit more practical to get into, because on the MP4 you've got to sit your bum on the edge and squeeze in.
Inside, yeah.
This one you can go straight, look, there we are, practical demonstration. Chap gets straight in, no problem at all. And I think internally, I like the way this whole binnacle, that you've got a completely electronic speedometer there, no dial at all.
Actually, I think that's actually fresh, because today it should be that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
With a car that's supposed to go into, you know, 2020s, this car will be far up to 2020s.
Yeah. And you've got this little LaFerrari detail on the dash and everything else.
I'm not so sure about the name, if you ask me.
I
thought it just needed a bit more meat.
Yeah,
I thought maybe they should have called it.
It's a bit soft, isn't it? There are all these little bits about cars that I think, if you get the design right, there are these little bits that just seduce you. They sort of pull you in. You think, oh, I wonder how that works. I want to see that. And I think that's the secret. It's about not being too obvious. All the little bits and pieces you want to actually see work. You want to know how they interface with each other.
Very F1 here, as you said.
Yeah, ever so. And again, there's no doubt there's going to be an awful lot of downforce.
Look at that, it goes in and out.
That's neat. So all of this lot is integrated together.
Together, yeah.
That must be a hell of a lot of downforce. Heck of a lot.
Back, No, not now, not now. I need to show this, then we will leave it open for you. We'll make it turn.
There's an awful lot of engine there, isn't there? So, is it worth $1 million plus tax?
Absolutely. If you think about it, out there on the marketplace, other cars in that price range, Aston Martin 177, amongst the others, are way overpriced. I was expecting this car to be 1.8. I mean, 1.82. I would have given 1.82 if I was in the market for it, because it has got everything you need: pedigree, performance, class, and more importantly, style.
I think it's a fresh shape too.
Yes.
This is one that's going to grow on us.